I know a lot of podcasters, a lot of people these days are talking about protecting yourself when the stock market crashes, when the dollar is worth nothing, when we have nothing to exchange with, when banks collapse, and to buy gold, buy silver. And a lot of you watching those might be thinking the same thing many of us are watching. I can't buy gold. I can't buy silver. I don't have stocks, bonds. I don't have mutual funds. And if I did, I certainly don't have a lot. How much gold or silver could I buy? Now, those of you that don't know my past, I was in finances for 20 years of my life. I worked at credit unions, was a loan officer, and then I taught financial seminars for a decade with the military. So I am very familiar with finances. I'm always that one that taught saving and investing and retirement planning and all that stuff. So while I am pro planning ahead, I also want to say there's a lot of people being scared by this. And I recently heard another video about central bank digital currencies. And these things are going to happen. It's already happening in China. They're going to be happening around the world because the cultural elites, the bad guys, those in power, whoever they are, and we can name some of them, but there's no need for the sake of this video. They are trying to get us to be completely under their control. What we buy, what we sell, and this digital currency is, well, you know what? Your social credit score is low because you voted for the wrong guy, or we saw you talking to someone who has political views we don't agree with, or we saw you walking down the wrong aisle of the grocery store, and you know what, you've bought your allotted amount of red meat for the month, so you're not allowed to buy red meat. Just various things. And if you think I'm being exaggerated, this is already happening. Again, as I said, in China and in other countries. And recently in Vietnam, over 86 million bank accounts were shut down because people hadn't yet registered to have their biological information on recorded, so that they could have access to their banks. So this stuff is real, this stuff is happening. But again, I'm not here specifically talking about that even. I am here to say, we do know from the book of Revelation that we will not be able to buy or to sell unless we have the mark of the beast. We don't know when that's going to happen. We don't exactly know what it's going to look like. We should all know at this point, do not take anything under your skin. Do not take it in your wrist or your forehead. It don't come close anyway of metaphorically doing so. The last pandemic was a good example of how easily can we twist people's arms into doing the things that we need them to do, and how many people really pushed back against it, because we're going to have to focus on those people. I, for one, do not have a ton of money. I am not going to be able to buy any gold or silver. But even if I were, I need to say to you, if Satan is given power of the world and he can take that too, he can find our gold and silver and take it away from us and steal and so on. And we must not rely on the things of the world. I appreciate the people telling us do this instead, because they are at least waving a red flag saying this is going to happen. Danger, danger, danger. Yes, all of you watching should be doing your part to prepare for what is to come, whether it comes in 5 years or 10 years. It doesn't matter. God says if the watchman had known the hour where the thief was going to come, he'd have been prepared. Well, we don't know. And so don't call people who get prepared now or preppers idiots because, well, you think all this stuff's going to happen. Well, it may. They are not stupid for preparing. And if it doesn't happen, at least they're prepared. If it does happen, they're prepared. This is the reason I'm doing this video. Regardless of how well you can prepare on earth, do not think that you can outsmart God. If God wants to provide for you, if you trust, God will provide for you. God is your manna. There are millions of single moms out there that are like, gold, silver, can't put anything, so I can barely feed my family. But when that time comes, and it's already leaning that direction, we're already watching our wallets get squeezed, we have to realize that I'm not scaring you, moms watching this. God will provide. If you have no gold or silver, it's irrelevant. It will probably be irrelevant in the time of digital banking. What's really going to be going on, even when we are the remnant, even when we are in these small communities, is we're not going to want each other's gold or silver. We're going to want each other's food, shelter, and protection. Someone's going to have beef, someone's going to have vegetables, someone's going to have honey. Someone is going to be able to do the things to get, some priest is going to be able to get mass. Someone's going to be able to provide the hosts and the wine for the church that will be underground. If you are doing your best, all you have to know is that when that time comes, even if you have no gold or silver, digital central bank, digital currencies, controlling what we do, how we buy or spend, all you need to do is say, Lord, provide my manna. I long ago learned to say, and I believe with everything, Jesus is my savings account. Jesus will provide for you if you have no dollars, no yen, no whatever your currency is in your country, when you have no gold or no silver. And perhaps God is even going to allow you to not have those things so that you have to turn to God. Because if he could give manna every day for 40 years to his disobedient children in the desert to show that he still loved them, he's going to provide manna for you. The only thing you need is faith and to believe. Because if you're turning away from God, you're turning away from the only one that can provide those things for you. He loves you very much. He will provide for you. It says in the Bible too, are not two small birds sold for one coin? And yet the Lord takes care of them. How much more is he going to take care of you? My friends, this is a test of faith. God is lining things up. He's allowing Satan to do the things that he has to do because Satan's so arrogant. He thinks that he's got this covered. And God's going, okay, do what you got to do. Satan doesn't realize that God's still going to manifest. He's still going to drop manna. He's still going to give us drink. He's still going to give us shelter. He's going to show us the underground tunnels that we need. He's going to give us the hidden places. He's just going to send his angels to protect us. There will be a famine. There will be calamities. It's already been promised in the Bible. We don't know when, but your job is to be prepared and to trust. Do not be afraid. Fear not. Jesus says that all the time in the Bible. Our Father in heaven has got you covered. Your job each day, keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. Do what he's called you to do today, which is get your job done, raise your family, get on your knees, teach them about eternity, go about your business. Leave the rest up to God. I'm Dr. Christine Bacon. Thanks for watching this Bacon Bit. And as always, remember to live your life sunny side up.